They talk about that, and it showed last night. I mean, I just got home like 20 minutes ago, so this is like the first time I'm like watching tonight. But there's a lot of like diving for the ball, missing steals. Um, Dort Dort single handedly almost like we were up like 16, I think, like maybe with like 3 minutes left before halftime last night, and we closed the half up like 6 or 7 or something like that. And so it was just like Dort looked like 2021 Dort, where he was just barreling to the basket. He was not playing good defense. Um, I think they said today that he's like 21% from three right
Uh-huh.
now or something. And the thing is, it's like, you know, it's kind of like similar to EPL stuff sometimes when you expect a slump, like there's going to be a slump, and so maybe hopefully this is just a slump. Um, but it's hard. Our expectations are super high, and it you know again, if you even if you woke up out of a coma today and you looked at the record, you would still be like, "Oh gosh, man, this team's gonna go back to back. This is insane." It's just you feel weird because these types of losses just are really bizarre. Um, and I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
working a new rotation, and now it's like you start to build that starting five, and then iHeart's hurt, and Jay Will's been hurt,
Consistently.
and I don't know. It's a weird
Are
deal.
we going to talk about this on
I,
on the pod, or we?
I,
Oh,
I,
I actually thought like he had. My
I,
bad. Yeah,
I
I thought
no,
we
I
were.
am recording, and so Paul just gave me a hook, so I'm set for the podcast.
There we
So
go.
here we
You're
go.
welcome. You got
Hey
this.
everyone, welcome back to 2.5 Takes. There's not just two of us this time. We're back to 4 total. It's fun, right? I'm joined along, of course, myself, Shaun, in the terms of where I'm sitting. Steven, Paul, Justin. Hey guys, how are
What's
y'all?
up? It's not going to be anywhere on that on YouTube. Whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try so hard. But as you guys may have already seen, Paul started out with a great hook. It is a weird time to be a Thunder fan. Not like, oh, it's all dismal, it's all awful. I still believe if you ask me, hey, would you put money on the Thunder winning and everything? Yeah, we're in a slump. But we're going to talk about Oklahoma City Thunder, and we're also going to talk just a little bit about some OU. Weird to kind of say OU transfers.
Yeah.
The trade window is open.
Yeah,
There,
yeah.
there you go.
It just sounds weird. It does. But I mean, I was on the plane. Every time I'd get either get on the plane or get off the plane today, it was a situation of like I kept seeing new people coming into OU. I'm like, hey, guess what? And I'm like hours behind Stephen and Paul in terms of who we're picking up. But back on the Thunder, we are currently watching the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is Monday night, the 5th, getting demolished. We watched them last night lose to the Phoenix Suns, which credit to Phoenix, they came back
They play good.
very well. Sierra and I were watching it, and she was like, she got kind of frustrated with Devin Booker's shot, and I'm like, Caruso did everything. That was just a really good shot.
Yep.
I don't know what to say about that. That wasn't the point we lost the game. We lost the game, Paul, you said a little bit ago, but we lost the game end of the first half because momentum shifted completely.
It was such an ugly game.
Yep.
They've been ugly for a minute. Of course, the 2 games we did win earlier this week, since last time we talked, steals, defensive game, and all of a sudden, in third quarter, right? Both games, the third quarter, we came out and said, "This is ours. We're going to take this game." And in the fourth quarter, almost means nothing. And now all of a sudden, this is the opposite. Charlotte said, "No, we'll take it over," and we're shooting. Well, largest deficit of the game, we're down 20-something points, but we're shooting, what do we say, 32% from the field, not from 3. We're shooting
It's at 36% right now.
in 27 from 3, and they are shooting 51 from field goal, 55 from 3. That's not a winning formula. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
No. So we're probably going to lose two back to back. So
We're only shooting 61% from the free throw.
which is also really
Yeah. Bananas.
What's crazy though, we're winning the turnover battle 16-6.
Right.
Like that's a formula. I'm like, oh, that's usual.
Yeah, and I think that's
No, go on.
yeah. It wasn't even like even last night. I don't know that it was like even towards the end of the third quarter, it wasn't like the Suns were like way up on us or it's like defensively it just was such a weird. I don't know, man. It's just such a weird time. We're down 30 points.
Do you think people are starting to figure us out?
I don't know if Brandon Miller shooting 8 threes counts as figuring us out. I don't know if Goodwin hitting 8 threes. I don't know. I mean, maybe that is perimeter defense that we're not getting to those guys or something.
I mean,
Um,
it's the Hornets,
yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Okay, so then do we think that remove the 3 Spurs games, we're 30-2? I mean, this will be the first time we've lost to an Eastern opponent since the finals, and the first time we've lost to an Eastern opponent since the Cavaliers last year, which was in what, January? So we're going a year in the regular season of losing versus Eastern team.
Yeah,
Like, do we
yeah,
not think that some of this is probably mental?
yeah. I mean, to Justin's point, I mean, like if 10 games from now we go 5-5, and some of those are some East teams, then I think there's some validity to like the figuring out thing. I don't know if do we have the most back-to-back games in the league this season?
Well, I was gonna say that. Like, I haven't looked at all the different schedules, but like, this is only Charlotte's second road game
Right.
on the on the west side. Like, and how many back-to-backs have we played compared to other people?
Yep.
And what type of schedule we've played? Like, it seems, I mean, without looking at everybody's schedule, it just seems like it definitely hasn't been conducive to playing good basketball in this, month stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at at today's game, which is kind of a microcosm of the season, we're 8 of 31 from 3, 26% from 3. Not good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You kind of just you don't want to be arrogant, right? You don't want to be like, oh man, we're gonna crush everybody, but you crave at least the effort of like punching someone in the mouth, and that's what Charlotte's doing to us, is what it feels like. That's what the Spurs did to us. And so you kind of hoped that by Christmas Day, the Thunder were ready to like swing some punches. And it was like, no, they're not. Like, so maybe it is a mentality thing. I have no idea. Like, are they not able to get up for the game? I don't know.
Assuming we're losing this game, what's our record since the semifinals game?
Even? No?
Either even or 6, like a 6-4.
Did
Yeah.
we have
Something along
did we
those
have
lines.
2 losses before that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it 26-2?
I think so.
So we're currently potentially, if we lose this game, we're down by 25-ish points, 26, I think. So if we end up losing, that means we're going to be 30-7.
I think the
So-
metrics still hold pretty high for championship contender. Like if you're going off metrics,
Yes.
this slump sucks, but data wise, it's still looking pretty good. It's just, ugh. Yeah,
For this very moment, yes. But I mean, if you're going to sit there and say, like Justin said this last week, would you rather this team go 84 game wins or 60 wins, but they've had all these type of battles where they've had a slump. They went 5-5 in one part of the season, and we were like, we think it's doom and gloom, but all of a sudden they're like, actually, we learned a lot during that part, and we learned how to win, and that's what actually got us to win back to back.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Andy texted last night that AJ Mitchell took that that last 3 and it looked really bad, and what Andy said was like he probably needs to feel that, what it feels like to miss that shot, and
Last night?
yeah, last night. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah, you're good.
yeah, and it's like I want to. I thought I had, like, I want to break the wins record, right? That would be so awesome. And we were thinking that, a month ago, like, oh gosh, we're gonna win
Yeah.
all these. And now it doesn't look possible at all. But I'm like, okay, I'd rather go back to back. I'd rather Shea get back to back MVPs. I'd rather Chet get Defensive Player of the Year as opposed to, like you said, been 80 games and then they're kind of burnt out by the playoffs and then we get torched by, the Spurs or something like that. So I don't know. It's weird. Weird feelings.
Yes.
I would like to see what between like Will, Hardenstein, Caruso, um I think there's probably been one or two more. Like these guys seem to like play for a few games and then sit a game or two with injury, then play for a few games and then sit. I mean, I, part of me wonders. I mean, beyond that, we haven't really had everybody in one game or two or three games consecutively, but I wonder if that's part of the struggle too. It's not just not having everybody, but it's really hard when you play for 4 or 5 games and then you're sitting for 2 games and then trying to get back into it for a couple more games and then you're sitting for a game or two to find that just rhythm, not just with the team, but just with your play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's the team hasn't consistently been playing together. J-Dub's still coming back, still recovering. Seems like the number of fouls that they're calling on Shea drives has basically been eliminated. I think they said he hadn't had a game with 10 or more free throws in like almost a month or something like that. I think.
I think since Chris Finch got fined, like
So,
for calling it
Most
out or
games
something.
too, we're short on free throws, like the number of free throws given.
Yep.
Not by a couple, but it's been by a lot the last several games
yeah.
too. Part of me, I said this to somebody. I mean, I say this half jokingly, but I mean, we've seen the NBA do some shady things, but it's almost like we can't have OKC keep winning like they are, so we need to do something to slow it down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that at all.
It seems like ever since a few games prior to the Minnesota debacle with Finch, it seems like the amount of free throws that Shea and the team are getting are despairingly bad. Like it's not even like, oh, there's a difference between like 2 or 3 shots. No, it's horrible. Like the whole free throw merchant that needs to just shut up and go away. It's become really weird.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of beating with a dead horse. Anything else we want to talk about this team? I still feel confident. I don't have an issue with this team right now. Yeah, it stinks this very moment, but we're good.
Yeah. Yes. It's all good. Sucks
We'll
to get beat down like this. So it happened to
Was
us in the
it? Did we
playoffs,
lose
and
one game to the East last year?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to keep it the same then after this game.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's the hope.
And then I would love for us to become an East team next season. So other than that, great.
Yeah.
Well, if we can keep talking about Thunder for a second, if we want to, or Steven, if you want, you can jump us into some OU transfer trade business. I'm gonna step off for 2 seconds, but Steven, lead the way for OU.
Yeah, but before I get into OU, I was going to talk just a little bit about college football playoff. We had some games over the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and some of those games were kind of eye-opening and unexpected, I guess I would say. Did you guys get a chance to watch, some or all those games?
A little bit. I saw some of the highlights. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um,
one of the things that has continued since the last set since last year, the the team that has the bye game, the team that has a bye game or bye week is has only won one game, is 1-7 now. So Indiana is the only team that has held on to that, and man, they just dominated Alabama. It was
Yeah, they look
wild.
for real.
I mean, from the outset, seemed like they were more physical, and I don't know if this is a case of DeBoer not just Alabama's not going to be what we expect moving forward without Saban, and we can't expect them to be what they were with Saban, because Saban was arguably the greatest college football coach ever. So for us to expect them to continue to be what they were is unreasonable, but also you don't expect them to get beat 38-3. That's one of the things. Like, we get a hard time. OU gets a hard time for how they lost to how we lost to LSU a few years ago, like 2019 season. But this was
Yeah,
just as bad, if not worse, because they didn't score at all. They scored one field goal. Um,
exactly.
and then kind of getting to the other games. Oregon shut out Tech, Big 12 baby.
Yeah, lopsided, man. Yeah,
And then Miami unexpectedly beat Ohio State. What many people thought was the second best team to a really good Indiana team. Kind of got shut down by Miami. Miami's defense is good. And then Ole Miss. See, this is why it's always tough to beat a team twice in a season. If you look at replayed games this season, other than like BYU Tech, they've all gone the other direction. OU playing Alabama won. Georgia playing Alabama in the SEC championship game, Georgia won. And then Ole Miss playing Georgia in this game, and Ole Miss won. So it was pretty impressive, to say the least, on that aspect and everything. But a fun weekend. I enjoyed watching the games, which we were in it, but it was still a lot of fun.
We talked about this at church. It definitely made me really want. We honestly could have gotten thumped like Alabama did, but I wish we would have seen this Oklahoma team play the Indiana team.
Yeah.
That was my one.
And that's the thing. I don't know if we would have put up a better effort. I feel like our defense is better than Alabama's defense. So maybe Indiana beats us in a blowout, but it's 21-3, instead of 38-3, or something like that.
I'll take that.
But man, what Cignetti has done at Indiana is just super impressive. Like,
I was going to ask. Okay, he comes available. Who says they wouldn't put his hat in the ring to become OU's next coach? Like, I really enjoyed Brent, but Brent can sometimes I feel like Brent's not the head coach type. He is put that man as defensive coordinator and put a head coach in the head coach's position.
Well, I think, I think you have to look at it as Brent, like, Cignetti has been a head coach before. And so he has that experience as it. And Brent, we're his first head coaching job. And so he is learning some of that stuff as we go. So I'm hoping, and I'm thinking that, you have seen improvement, over the last 3 or 4 years, and how he coaches the whole game and everything. So there's hope there that, that he's going to be improving and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't think Cignetti's not going anywhere because he just signed a huge contract, but I don't think there's a team out there that wouldn't love to have him as their head coach, if they had the opportunity. Who knows? Alabama may throw a ton of money at him next year.
Well, I've been thinking about this too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think coaching is a big part of success and winning. But in today's world of the NIL, I don't think it matters how good of a coach you are if you're not at a school that doesn't pay players at the top end.
Yeah, I would.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
would agree with that partially. Yeah, Barry Switzer. That was what Barry Switzer always said. He said it's more about the Jimmies and the Joes than the X's and the O's. That's the famous Barry Switzer quote.
yeah. I just, I mean, he's not the reason why, or the only reason why Indiana's gone from pretty much non-existent to, a favorite to win it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the money that's been pumped in, and that's where, when you talk about comparing great coaches, I think it's really going to be really hard to compare some of the coaches in in this time frame compared
Yeah.
to, previous coaches.
It's pretty insane. At least from 24/7 Sports, looking at their standings as of the 2024 season. I'm just going to go from number 1, number 12, just because we want to include Indiana. And I'm going to also say the school and the league, just because I want to focus on that. That's what I noticed. Number 1, Texas, SEC. Ohio State, Big Ten. LSU, SEC. Georgia, SEC. A&M, SEC. Michigan, Big Ten. Then you have Alabama, Florida, Clemson, and then Oklahoma rounds off at 10. And then Penn State, Indiana finishing off at 12. I mean, it's predominantly SEC teams, and then you have 4 teams out of the top 12 that are Big Ten.
Those are out of for NIL expenditures, or
those are for NIL expenditures. Texas was $22.5 million. For reference, Indiana was $14.6.
Yeah.
Penn State beat them by $100,000 at $14.7.
And we're around 15.
Yeah, we were 10th at. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 13.6, 13.7. We're at 14.8.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you see, the teams that are at the top and that are in contention, they're spending. So I think somebody said, so behind Indiana, they've got Mark Cuban, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
What?
I'm pretty sure he's an Indiana guy.
Wow.
Can we give Elon Musk like an honorary doctorate or something like that?
Hey, what are we going to do?
Get everybody Teslas.
Teslas everywhere, just sponsored.
Yeah. I do think that is one way potentially that won't happen very often, is it can level the playing field for smaller schools.
Yeah.
They would have to have rich alum. I mean, but that's why you see like James Madison and then Tulane having an opportunity. But, on the flip side to that is you're going to eliminate a lot of schools just because they don't have the money to play these players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, in the case of like Indiana or Texas Tech, you've got teams that have never been able to compete before that are winning big games and stuff. So, but
Yeah.
And also, you mentioned just as of through the 2033 season, as of right now, Kurt Signetti, $93 million contract.
Is that a lot?
Not
how
much.
many years?
Till 2033.
So that's an 8-year.
I'd coach for a year or two, get fired, and just take my payout and
An 8-year
go.
contract. So he's making like 11 million, 12 million a year.
Love the math. $11.6 million a year.
Man.
Indiana cost of living.
I'm in the wrong business. Look at that.
Well, you know what? There's not very many coaches that get paid that.
That's true.
Because isn't Brent like at 14 or 13 now?
A year?
Or is he?
No,
Yeah, is he
he's
lower?
Like 7 or 8, I think. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought he was one of the higher
true.
paid coaches.
Well, I mean, like 14, like 12 million a year is one of the, like, I'm pretty.
Would be one of the. Well, I thought Signetti was getting up there. I thought that was his deal with once he got in the playoffs, he would get that bump to
I don't know,
Didn't he take a pay cut?
Yeah, last year he took a pay cut to put towards NIL, I think. But okay, so we kind of talked about the playoffs and just kind of general stuff like that. So we can touch base on just some quick stuff on OU portal. We'll do a longer, more drawn out, probably portal episode. And I messaged Ross to see if he'd join us when we talked about that. So probably after the portal cycle closes, which is middle of January, we can kind of try and do something more in depth. But before the portal transfers started and everything, we talked about the things we needed in our wish list. Those things are tight end, offensive line, and maybe a few pieces on defense. But those were our two biggest things. And so far,
Rocky Beers.
Yeah. And Rocky Beers. I don't know if that guy's going to play much at all, but I think everybody's going to love. They're going to be buying, the frat row is going to be buying those jerseys for sure.
Insane.
If he becomes an All-American tight end, we should have a beers night. $2 beers for the football game.
Yeah. That's right.
That's the way to go.
I love all the articles talking about how Mateer is leaving and transferring out. It's crazy the amount of fake articles that are coming out.
Yeah, they're just people just like posting stuff, and you see people post that stuff on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you're just like, guys, come on now, like fall for some stupid AI site.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Someone did that. I know we're not in the Premier League episode yet, but someone did that with Chelsea. They posted a Sky News article from when Frank Lampard took over for an interim back in like 23, I think. And they just reposted the article. And so people were like freaking out. And I'm like, this is garbage. This is not real.
The date.
I know.
That's a Red Dirt. That's a Red Dirt Sports thing. Have you ever seen Red Dirt Sports? Like he'll put stuff about, that's from, 20 years ago all the time, and people fall for it, or they click on the link at least or whatever. But yeah, so a tight end from Florida, which is big time. I think he looks like like he can catch the ball some, but our biggest thing is he looks like he is a stone cold blocker, man. That dude can go against.
That could be nice.
In the two articles I read, they emphasized that was his thing.
Yeah,
he's a blocking tight end.
He looks like he's there, and from the little bit of video that I've seen on him, I'll probably dive more into it, as we get closer and everything portal shuts down. But he looks like he's going to get against some of the best defensive linemen in the SEC and been able to hold his own. So that's been a lot of fun to see. Mm-hmm. Offensive lineman from Arkansas, running back from Colorado State, another offensive lineman from Western Kentucky. He'll probably be at least a depth piece. We've had so many injuries the last couple of years. Just having guys that can fill in and not be completely, bad is just something we need.
No, I think it's been good, and it is also nice to see that we've lost players to the transfer portal. Shocking, but it doesn't seem like we've lost anyone truly of like, oh, that was a starter, that was a major piece of our team, and we've lost.
They seem like more depth pieces that we've lost. Yeah.
Yes. And I think the biggest one we've kept is anybody else's thoughts? Stone.
Well, yeah.
That dude's crazy.
David Stone.
I mean,
keeping him.
But he's coming back. He's not transferring, of course, but he's also not going to the draft. He's decided to come back for one more year.
Yeah, there were several guys that entered the transfer portal that I was a little bit surprised on. Gentry Williams is headed out, as well as a couple offensive linemen that have been hurt. Didn't play a lot because they've been injured. And then I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that's like. Michael Hawkins, he's transferring to West Virginia. So
him and
his brother, yeah. So
yeah.
So those guys are gone. But there's also I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's rumors that Kip Lewis may be coming back. I don't know if that's, I don't know what he's waiting
Sure.
on. If he's, if he's looking at his draft grades and they're not as high, maybe. But that would be huge. And then if we can get Owen Heineke back too on defense, that would be major. So
When will we know about Heineke?
man, I don't know.
He needs an additional year, right?
Because the NCAA has to okay it or whatever.
Okay, that's what I was
basically
thinking.
waiting on the NCAA, and like for some stuff they get it and they clear it and it's like a week later, but
Right.
this has been months and I don't know what their deal is. I don't know why that is and everything. But the portal.
Do you guys see the Thunder coming back? Just kidding. Sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
I almost started looking too.
You're like, what?
I mean, they're coming back to the next game. I was trying to say they'll be there for the next game.
They'll be there. They'll show up.
As I swipe down to the final, it says it's final, Paul.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look. They lost. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So
that's fine. It's
so
fine.
looking at portal, I think it's been a really good 24, 48 hours of portal stuff. I mean, we're filling the needs that we need.
Not just player changes. We've had at least one coaching
That's
change.
True. Joe John Finley is out as tight end coach, and I like Joe John as a person, but it seems like we needed some type of change there. I don't know who they're bringing in, but there's kind of rumors about Jason Witten, which I don't know if that is true or not.
Gianna brought that up to me a lot during the break.
So I don't know if that's actually what happened, or other people have said that Kevin Wilson is on staff, so then maybe they would promote him to a coaching position. But I don't really know. I don't know, but I mean, I'm just happy we got a guy that can definitely block. And Beers too looks like he's a good blocking tight end too, and big guy. His sister plays basketball for us, and she's awesome. So
fun.
We got a 2-pack of beers.
Shout out to the 2-pack. Hey, speaking of, shout out to the women basketball team. They're now 5th in the country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And men's basketball won their first SEC game against Mississippi State. So, should be fun.
Didn't they beat Missouri a few days ago?
Oh, let me see. OU basketball. I got it pulled up right here. They beat Ole Miss. Sorry, I said they're playing Mississippi State on Wednesday. They beat Ole Miss.
Right.
They beat. Okay.
But yeah, they're 11-3. I mean,
that's awesome.
I mean, they haven't played a lot of, decent competition. But that's fine. I mean, the SEC doesn't look like it's as deep as it was last year in basketball. So men got a chance, but the women's team definitely looked like they got a chance to make a good run. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, if Castiglione's last season is, I'm going blank on his title. Oh my gosh.
Athletic director.
Thank you. Almost every sport is either playing in a playoff, playing in a tournament, what have you. It's what he's done his entire career. I mean, OU women's soccer did really well this year. I think they were a game out of the playoffs, which is for them, I think, pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the OU football, and now we're into basketball. And forgive me for all the other fall sports.
Volleyball, tennis, I think. Yeah. But yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think athletics are in a good position, and I'm looking forward to some of the other seasons that are going to be starting up here pretty soon. Softball.
Ooh, gymnastics.
Gymnastics, softball.
Here for
along with the basketball games. It should be pretty fun.
Oh, absolutely. Well, cool. I guess we'll leave it there. We won't plug anything else in terms of what else is coming. But by the time we actually do a deep dive into, I mean, it's only 5th of January,
What?
right? We have
What? We may need to pick.
pick the games for next week.
May need to pick the the semifinals, because January 9th, what day is that?
It's
The day after
Friday.
the 8th.
Okay,
Friday,
so
yeah.
so those games are going to be. Yeah, those games are Thursday and Friday of this week. The
They play Thursday.
Oregon versus Indiana and Ole Miss versus Miami.
They play on Thursday night.
Yeah, man. Is that not crazy?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
weird.
understand the scheduling.
We have families. You know what I mean?
Well, why are these games?
Yeah, my assumption would be is you don't want to play them at the same time, but because it's during the week, you don't want to play it at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a Saturday.
Yeah, why don't they play on Saturday?
Oh, they don't want to compete versus the wild card. The wild card's this weekend for NFL.
I mean, the
Why not do what Chelsea always plays at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings? It's conducive for my schedule. It's perfect. Why don't they do that? That'd be great. Honestly.
oh man. You know.
All right. First, Thursday game.
So Thursday
Miss?
game, Ole Miss, Miami, at the Fiesta Bowl in the VRBO, the Verbo Fiesta Bowl in Phoenix. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Easy travel. I see it. Man,
I think Miami's on a roll.
yeah, I'm going to say Miami.
I think I'm going Ole Miss.
Ooh.
I think I'm going Ole Miss.
13,
Yeah, say it.
13-7 Miami. It is a low-scoring game.
I feel weird about picking Ole Miss because that means Lane Kiffin gets another $500K.
Yeah, who cares about that?
What?
But I kind of want them to
LSU,
win. with him not
LSU
there.
has to pay that, so I'm all for LSU having to pay more money.
That's
So,
true.
hold on, we're going to back up. Why are they going to pay him $500 more K?
He got kickers.
They-
Like he got. Yeah, if his
Basically,
team won.
LSU made him a deal that if he came, that he would get paid for what Ole Miss was going to pay him
What he
for his
built.
bonuses for winning playoff games, basically.
Yeah.
So for each game that Ole Miss wins, Lane Kiffin gets a kick. He gets a bonus, and he's not even coaching.
The bonus that he would have gotten if he was still there.
business.
Yeah.
Right.
So just
I write that into my wedding contracts when I do weddings. For every year they stay together, I get a kicker.
I'm gonna write you into the will. Okay, so
Yeah,
just to touch base from last week, for the Alabama Indiana game, we all picked Alabama. For the
We're so dumb.
Oregon versus Tech game, I picked Oregon. Shaun and Paul picked Tech. For the Georgia Ole Miss game, I picked Georgia, and Paul picked Georgia, and Shaun picked Ole Miss.
Look
and
at
then we
you.
all picked Ohio State. So,
we're bad at this.
So Paul went over, and me and Shaun both went 1-3. So,
oh gosh,
I just let my heart lead me, guys.
Okay, so Paul. Okay, who's going? So I'm going Ole Miss, and Paul's going Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, Ole Miss. I'll go Ole Miss, dude.
And then, are you guys both going to go?
Yeah, I think Miami keeps going.
All the way.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I don't think they're going to go all the way, but I do think they'll win.
I don't think Michael Irvin can handle him going all the way.
Oh yeah, man. He looked pretty insane on the sidelines.
Someone said it's even crazier because he's actually not on drugs this time.
Oh man! Wow.
Such a great tweet.
He's going to bring back the White House if they do win.
Oh my gosh. Well, we might have some better access to Venezuela, so. Okay.
Friday's game.
Oregon, Indiana.
I gotta say Indiana. There's no way. They played. Oregon played them very well, but it was also in.
This is another repeat game. First game was in Oregon.
Indiana wins.
Okay, Shaun's picking Indiana. I think I'm picking Indiana too. I think they made me a believer after what they did to Alabama.
Who was the I'm picking Indiana, but who was the last team to go undefeated and win the title?
Oh man,
Was it OU?
no.
It's happened since then. Was it an Ohio State or Georgia team?
I kind of feel like maybe Alabama.
Was it
at some point?
Yeah.
Wolverines 2023 15-0.
That's great. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But
Georgia 15-0 the year before.
Okay.
Justin, who you got?
Yeah. Well, my mind's saying Indiana, but my body's saying
here we go.
Oregon.
There you go.
Oh. So you can't play both sides of the coin.
I know. I mean, logically, it makes sense that Indiana should win. But if this playoff series has proven anything,
logic doesn't matter.
So I'll be the outlier. I'm going to go Oregon.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
By the time we record again, is the national championship? Is that next Monday?
No,
it's like the
19th. Yeah.
Golly, that's so ridiculous.
I know. It should be to me, it should be conference championship games. Round 1 starts that very next week. Round 2 is the next weekend. Round 3, and you're done. Your finals are on the 1st. I mean, that just makes sense to me. Everybody's off work,
or just don't have championship games. Like those are going to become pointless.
Yeah, it just depends. It depends on if conferences still matter or not.
I don't think they will. At some point, I think conference is going to be a moot point.
Well, make a super league.
Ask Notre Dame how they feel about that.
Yeah.
They'll be so excited. We told you they don't what matter.
Yeah, I still don't think Notre Dame should get in, but join a conference.
It would have been better than Tulane or James Madison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if like Vanderbilt and Notre Dame or BYU or even Texas would have been
Texas.
It would have been a much better.
Duke?
No, not Duke.
Duke would have shown up better than James Madison.
No, they wouldn't have.
Oh, come on. Now I got to see James Madison versus Duke. Give me that game.
No.
That no one else has seen before.
No, Duke. No, Duke.
Just simulate it on NCAA.
Might as well. So, okay. Well, anything else? Anybody else got anything else?
Oh, I was going to give a quick score update for some of the Western Conference teams in NBA that matter to us. Oh, well, now the Rockets are back up. And the Nuggets are back up. As I say, Nuggets were losing and the Rockets were losing.
And now that's gone.
Now that's flipped. That's flipped. So.
I mean, we're still 4 games above the second place.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, no, we've lost our 7th game. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We're so spoiled.
Poverty franchise.
Black eye of the NBA.
All right, guys. Black eye or black guy?
Black eye. Black eye of
Black
the NBA.
Ops. Black Ops. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say something about Michael Hawkins? What?
Michael Hawkins.
No.
You better end
in this pod.
Hit that little
See
button.
you guys.
Bye, guys. See you next time.